was AAC Player of the Year a few years ago. And after this opening point, which we have right there from Sandbothi, what does Clothier add to the already best team in the league?
Physicality and stability in the middle. The Indy Ignite have had some injuries, and they needed more depth there. And Emma Clothier has really provided some stability. Right off the plane, she's in the lineup.
Tips that over the top. The Olympian out of Serbia.
Not easy to get a tip to fall in front of Elena Scott. Well played by Brakocevic of San Diego.
6'5", three-time Olympian, a silver medal in Rio, turned pro at the age of 16 just a few years ago in 2004. Remember minute, dug into the cross court. Maya Tabron, who's been hot lately, got a touch in the backcourt against Scott.
Maya Tabron has been fantastic for the San Diego Mojo. Not only passing, but her offense, especially out of the back row. She's taken some big swings when San Diego needed, especially on that Easter win over second place Dallas.
Sandbothi will serve that ball out of Ohio State. Been in the professional ranks for quite some time. Missed that ball just over the end line. Tabron in her second year in San Diego, 25 matches last year for the Mojo. First look at Clothier from the service line. Quickly again, that is Grote out of the middle. Maren Grote in her third year, 6'4" middle blocker. First 2 years were in Grand Rapids.
Indy Ignite have to turn up the pressure from the service line. San Diego's been able to run their middle off both of the last serves of the Indy Ignite.
There's Brakocevic. That one easily handled. Kayla Lund is an absolute expert passer. 70% positive reception from Lund.
Lauren Bertolacci says, look, when we have Kayla Lund on the floor, she's like having another libero on the floor. Perfect pass. Mia Tuaninga, open net attack.
Anna DeBeer not available tonight in her second year out of Louisville. A little bit of a back issue. Nothing, it's easy for me to say, I'm saying nothing serious, but back issues can always be a little bit quirky. Scott with a dig, kept off the floor by Member Minute. And again to the middle, dug by Scott. Oh, what a swing. Ajani Teeler like a top on the end of a string.
Ajani Teeler can get on that ball quickly. She had to work to get behind this ball, but Mia Tuaninga never afraid to go back to Teeler. You see Teeler not quite off the net for a full approach.
Perfect pass by Loberg. Brakocevic. Boy, that ball looked like it might have skidded off the floor. Good tempo to the outside by both ball clubs. And what a good read by Kara Cressy, following the game plan and also following Monserrat.
It's important to know, if you're Indy, that Marley Monserrat, the setter for San Diego, loves to attack the ball. And Kara Cressy knew that, was on the assignment defensively for Indy.
Cressy, the number 5 overall pick, also out of Louisville, like DeBeer. Produced a lot of players into this league. Elena Scott, also out of Louisville. Oh, that's a smart shot by Teeler. Had 13 kills on 21 swings in their 3-0 sweep of Omaha on Easter. Hit 357 did Indy in that match.
Incredible performance on the road at Omaha.
4-0 run for Tuaninga, among the league leaders. Natalie Foster has sort of put, it's Natalie Foster of Orlando in terms of aces, and then it's everybody else, but Tuaninga currently tied for third with 19 aces. Smart shot. Grace Loberg, number 9 in light blue, able to tip that ball safely and carefully to the floor.
Grace Loberg has had a fantastic season for the San Diego Mojo. Early on, she was carrying the team offensively. Now a lot of the other players have picked it up, and she's playing more of a role, but really important to the success of the San Diego Mojo.
A good block by Grote. Interesting middle blocker matchup. That's going to be a double contact called against Teeler. But back to Loberg, 6'3", now in her third year. Played in San Diego in 2024, then went over to Las Vegas. Remember back to her years in Wisconsin, a 2021 national champion. Lecator Member Mene off the outside.
Licator Member-Mena is one of those dynamic scorers, and she can score left side, right side, out of the back row, you name it. She's one of those players who can put points on the board.
And long overdue for Member-Mena to stay healthy through the entire season and into the playoffs. First couple of years in the league, she suffered an ankle injury and knocked her out. And last year was playing at an MVP level until she went down for the rest of the year.
Maren Grote is having quite a season, a second All-Star vote for her, but it's her grind, her attention to detail every day in the gym that makes her elite.
And works really well with Montserrat. There's another perfect pass. And that's what Kayla Lund loves, speed to the outside.
Kayla Lund's got the big arm, so when she's got an opening on the block on the other side, she's going to have a field day. Perfect pass to Mia Tuaninga, and then the heavy arm through the seam to the corner.
Lund, 6-foot outside hitter, just over 2 kills per set, 2.5 digs, and I mentioned that 70% good recovering as best she can, and we wish her all the very best, deservedly, and we talked about it, but so deservedly of her All-Star recognition. We wish her the very best. And Lydia Martin, who was also voted to the All-Stars, was in a boot at the All-Star game. We talked to her before first serve, not 100% yet. Offensively, pretty good, but blocking, that really still bothers her foot. So we hope Lydia Martin is back healthy, and so do all the Indy Ignite fans. She is having a fantastic season. Scott to Lund, and another kill.
Heavy through the seam. That's the trend for Kayla Lund, and Taylor Sanbothi, the middle for San Diego, needs to pay attention to closing that seam.
3-hitter rotation now for San Diego, trailing 9-8. Tabron, perfect pass, and again to the middle. You called it out right away. Got to get much more service pressure from the line for Indy.
Marlee Montserrat very comfortable getting both her middles going. Sanbothi has 2 kills. Maren Grote has 2 kills. This ball right in Marlee Montserrat's hand. That's a one-on-one situation.
When we spoke with Indy Ignite head coach Lauren Bertolacci, so we just got to keep getting better at what we already do well. Service pressure, serve receive, and transition hitting.
Mostly out of system hitting. That's an area they can really improve. Usually their passing is good, but Lauren Bertolacci wants her team to be prepared for any situation.
They have a lot of talent on the pins, but let's be honest, it's undersized. With Licator Member-Mena, Kayla Lund at only 6 feet, and Anna DeBeer at 5'11", so that's a challenge for them. Unforced error by Brkocevic.
That set was a little inside. Brkocevic didn't get her feet there.
There's Lauren Bertolacci, head coach also of the Swiss national team. 10 years in Australia as head coach and assistant coach with their national team. And will be leaving for Switzerland. She hopes right after the championship match with a little extra change in her pocket. After the match for $1 million, there is Alicia Childress. What a resume she had as a player. An Olympic bronze medal in 2016, 4-time NCAA champion, best setter at the Rio Olympics, and also a world champion in 2014. I want to remind you of it. I know you remember the conversation we had. Oh, there's a good block that time by Loberg. You remember some conversations we had with Alicia Childress when she was still a player, and she walked away to say goodnight, and we looked at each other and went, that's going to be a coach, and a really good one.
Alicia Childress has a fantastic volleyball mind. She's been in every part of the game, and so she understands where the players are coming from, but she has this San Diego Mojo just getting better every match, and they're bought into her systems.
Yeah, both of these women should be solid candidates for Coach of the Year. For the turnaround on the side of San Diego, and for excellence from start to finish on the other side. But for Bertolacci, nice play by Loberg once again, 9 in light blue, off to a good start offensively.
And Grace Loberg's the biggest left side blocker for the San Diego Mojo. She's lining up opposite Teeler for a couple of rotations, so that's a matchup that Alicia Childress was looking for San Diego.
There's Sanbothi, tough serve. That was really good work from the line against Lund. Maren Grote played at Washington, where they perfected the slick, the slow quick, and deploying that as well from Montserrat.
The slick works. It throws teams off, and it holds the middle blocker on the other side if you set the go ball. it's still a one-on-one situation, and that's usually hit her advantage.
Nice play once again by Clothier out of the middle.
Prior to this match, I asked Lauren Bertolacci about the connection between Clothier and Mia Tuaninga, because that's a relationship that takes developing. But Mia Tuaninga finding that window for Clothier to kill the ball, I like it a lot.
Clothier was signed just before the All-Star break. The All-Star match was on the 28th. She was signed by the Indy Ignite on the 26th, again out of Italy. Oh, ripped down the line, and Loberg's good start continues.
San Diego Mojo appear to be attacking Johnny Teeler, that right back defender. Teeler's got to be ready. This ball's coming hard, and obviously some room to operate down the line.
Rakocevic again, very nice response by San Diego, now leading at 14-12. Cressy. Rakocevic would like to have that one back. Cressy's a tall target at 6'6".
Mia Tuaninga has such a nice window, finding her middle attackers, getting the ball high and fast enough to Cressy in the gap.
What we expected, two teams playing very, very well in the playoff mix with a lot on the line every night out, including tonight, 8 matches still remaining on the regular season schedule. Good block out of the middle by Grote again. Scott tracked it down. Boy, good middle blocker play out of San Diego.
It's eye work, knowing where the set's going, getting there, getting your hands over the net quickly.
35 blocks on the season, now make it 36 for Grote, among the league leaders. Good first contact, and basically one-on-one on the outside. Tebron could not take advantage, but Indy will indeed. Johnny Teeler off the left side.
A balanced offense really stresses the block on the other side of the net. Mia Tuaninga had 3 good opportunities in transition, but goes long distance to Teeler on the left side.
Member Mene, something a little bit new in her resume. A pretty good looking jump serve. Teeler going high. Tebron wanted a center line violation, and that ball smartly by Lund off the block and out of bounds for the Indy score.
That's a heads-up play by Kayla Lund. That's what you call a trap set. Super tight into that block, but Lund gets her feet there and just wipes it off the hands of the blocker, out of bounds.
You know, the NBA and college basketball, they all have 6 man and 6 women of the year. Kayla Lund ought to be number 7, if you will, if we're including the liberos. I really believe that. And Lauren Bertolacci has tremendous championship will be in Comerica Arena in Dallas. Semifinals on the 7th, championship match on the 9th.
Last serve going into break. Lecator member Mena bombed a top spin serve ace cross court. Let's see if she can continue that service pressure for Indy.
Trying to get to Tebron down the line. Well passed by Venegas. Perfectly passed, but Grote missed it out of bounds, looking for a touch, didn't get it.
Grote trying to go deep to that corner, misses it wide. But I think you want to avoid Shara Venegas in serve receive. Either go at Grace Loberg cross court or Tebron down the line.
Member Mene, king a 4-0 run. Another tough serve. Well handled by Venegas. Well into the 60 percentile in terms of perfect or positive passing. Rakocevic with a very nice set. Tuaninga out of the back row. The first one we've seen, but that ball was just long. Well executed, but just a little bit long. So the Indy bench liked that play and that selection a lot. They know that member Mene won't miss that very often. Inside, and Johnny Teeler able to work it off the block.
One of the things that makes it so difficult to stop a Johnny Teeler on that little backside, but even though it was inside, she's able to get her feet to that inside ball and swing quickly on it for Indy.
San Diego has won 3 in a row. This franchise has never won 4 in a row. They've got a very, very busy week. Got Orlando coming into this building on Saturday. And they've got the league leaders, Indy, coming in on Thursday. Cressy going back to the service line. Another good kill off the left.
How about this transition set from Mia Tuaninga? She loves to push the pace, but with her platform this time fast out to Lund, who loves a quick set.
Tebron in reception and now attacking. Venegas with a cover. It's really interesting to watch Ajani Taylor and Tuaniga work together.
Ajani Taylor has established her sharp angle, now going down the line, working the edges of the block.
Indy has maintained their league lead. Tonight they're playing without 3 starters. Blake Moeller, who we talked about, unfortunately out for the remainder of the season. Lydia Martin on part-time duty. And also, as I mentioned, Anna DeBeer not available tonight. Rakocevic, nice dig by Tuaniga. Tuaniga stepping in, Tabron. Missed that down the line, 31 in white.
Maya Tabron crushed that ball for San Diego, trying to work the outside hand of the block, but missed. Very aggressive looking swing for San Diego.
Tabron had a very successful night here at Viejas Arena on the campus of San Diego State University as she heads to the sideline. 17 kills on 48 swings against Dallas in that win. She will go to the sideline. Be replaced by Allison Jacobs in her first year, 5'11", out of UCLA, and then subsequently Michigan was a number 17 draft pick overall. And the run continues, and Indy running away and hiding in this opening set. Quick to the outside, and that off of Taylor and out of bounds. It was 8-7 Indy. Opening technical timeout, then 16-15, but in this last third of this set, it has been all Indy. Here is Marley Monserrat. First 2 seasons in Atlanta, again an all-star. Third in the MLB last year in assists. Rakocevic. Lund wants to play fast, as does Taylor. You leave it inside, she turns it down. Oh, very, very good work between setter and attacker.
And Mia Tuaniga looked like she was going to go out to the left pin, got her body square to that position, and then fed it quickly to Taylor on that right side. Has been tough to stop.
Taylor short off the top of the tape. Wonderful swing by Jacobs deep into the cross-court corner. No defense for that. Pretty good reception by Grace Loberg.
Allison Jacobs really confident coming in off the bench, providing that spark for San Diego like she did on Easter Sunday.
5 kills in that match. She played a lot of good volleyball in that one. Quick to the outside. Something special going, but it didn't quite work out that time. Maybe a little too low, a little too fast.
Look for a back row attack from the Indy Ignite. Setter's front row. Mia Tuaniga can call her own number as well.
There it is, Holly. Point-saving cover is done by Memra Menet. Good swing by Lund and dig by Lund. Swing by Lund. Off the edge and down. Transition attacking by Indy.
Indy Ignite came into this match knowing that San Diego is going to play relentless defense, and it was going to take multiple swings to win a point. And you saw it on that last play.
The first of 5 set points for the league leaders, the visitors from Indy. Good road record at 7-3, even a better home record. Hopefully would like to have that one back. Excellent defense right now by the Ignite. Sanbofi along with Rakocevic, 1 set point saved.
Rakocevic, number 6 in blue, puts up a huge block for San Diego on the right side, making her presence felt. She had a couple block touches that were covered, but not that one.
This is an area where the statistics lie a little bit. Indy is elite defensively, yet they're 7th in terms of digs per set. They're winning a lot of sets quickly. They've been so good, so the numbers aren't huge. Set point. Lekator member Mena. Back to serve. Grace Loberg got off to a quick start, but then it was all Indy's defense. And as you pointed out quite rightly, Holly, from the service line. Good serve to start by the all-star Marley Monserrat.
San Diego opting for Allison Jacobs as that other left side attacker opposite Grace Loberg, leaving her in the match right now.
For San Diego, you look at the schedule, mentioned 8 matches remaining. They get the league leaders in Indy on a Thursday, and then they get Orlando coming to town. An Orlando team that's finally healthy. They come in on Saturday. Big matches, big opportunities. Not a perfect set that time by Tuaniga.
It's hard when the ball's dying inside and you've got the huge block of Rakocevic. Hard to find the edge of the block, and Len just misses. This is that rotation with Mia Tuaniga, the front row setter for Indy Ignite. Look for a back row attack option.
Perfect reception by Scott Clothier. Slowed momentarily. Boy, dug right on target. Lund and Tuaniga like to play really fast. Venegas with a dig. Venegas all over it again. What a battle on the outside and also between the liberos as well. Jacobs with the kill.
Fantastic defense, and San Diego is just relentless. We know Indy's strong as well defensively, but Allison Jacobs swung for the fences on that one, getting a piece of the block. Venegas slides under it, and Jacobs finds a big piece of the block.
Jacobs playing in her 15th and now 16th set so far on the season, averaging 1.5 kills per set. Monserrat continues, working short on Scott. Venegas. Quickly to the outside again. Tuaniga and Lund. Maybe they don't connect perfectly, but they're not going to slow down.
We've got 2 of the best liberos in Major League Volleyball here, and it's Shara Venegas on one side of the net, Elena Scott picking up that short ball, allowing the Indy Ignite to transition down the line.
Right around the dial, every team in the league virtually has an elite libero. Rakocevic with the kill. Elena Ogilvy having a wonderful season. Interesting, having been traded from Grand Rapids, now in Omaha. Morgan Hintz, of course, and Kylie Murr, very quietly, is playing fantastic libero volleyball.
Agreed.
For Dallas. It's just a little bit too long. She'd like to have that one back. The reigning player of the week in Major League Volleyball out of Puerto Rico, a pro since 2008, played in Brazil, and of course her native Puerto Rico. Last year, the league's most inspirational player and recognized as an all-star recently. Good pass. Venegas again, going to be saying her name a lot. Long rally, good block deflection that time. Loberg thought she might have had a free one. And then Lekator member Mene loves to go cross court.
Ajani Teeler has picked up her defense in right back in the transition attack. Look at her pick up this ball on the left side, but Lekator member Mene goes sharp inside of Venegas in the angle.
Here's Clothier again. Tough serve, pretty well handled. You know, you have to put reception kind of into context. If it's an easy serve, you're not going to accept anything other than a perfect pass. But if it's super tough, which that serve was, Venegas did a pretty good job of handling.
Sambothi's been impressive defensively in the middle of the court.
3-time All-American for the Buckeyes, pro since 2016. Good flat serve. So like that was very tough serve and an even better reception. But missed out of bounds by Taylor. Mojo out to the 6-3 advantage after having dropped the opening set 25-20. Very, very close through the first couple of timeouts. Marin Grote with yet another stuff among the league leaders.
Both middles for San Diego are staying up in transition in weird situations, but they know Indy Ignite's a team that likes to swing, and they've had success blocking in transition.
37 total blocks now for Marin Grote. Just doing a little floor wiping, make sure things are safe for the athletes on the floor. Send Bothy again. 1 point away from the first technical timeout here in San Diego. 1 at 8, 1 at 16. That ball is tight, and the joust is won by Tuaniga.
Mia Tuaniga is one of those players who's so strong. On these joust balls, tight play, she gets up, puts her body into it, and wins a lot of jousts for her team.
Okay, Holly, let's say there are 10 jousts involving the setter. How many does the setter win?
9. 9 out of 10.
It might even be 9.5.
Misconnection there. Marlene Monserrat trying to run Marin Grote, and it just came out of Marlene Monserrat's hands too slow. You have to zip that into the window, especially if you're a little off the net as a setter.
Monserrat has been connecting a lot. 10.1 assists per set, 4th best in the league. Tuaniga is currently 2nd in that particular category. Cressy, no, right side. Cressy did a really good job of holding the opponent middle.
Mia Tuaniga has established her middles, and that helps Kara Cressy hold that middle blocker and create seams for Johnny Teeler on that right side.
Mia Tuaniga was someone that Lauren Bertolacci really wanted to coach, and she's getting that pleasure indeed. Having an MVP season.
Lauren Bertolacci, prior to the season, said, look, I see greatness in Mia, and Mia is really living up to it.
Covered by Monserrat. Venegas would like to have that one back. Got to keep that ball on your side of the net, and she knows it immediately.
Kara Cressy aggressive on that overpass, turns it to avoid the block, and Indy Ignite on a little roll.
Rosters are starting to be announced for this summer. Elena Scott will be in Anaheim training with Team USA, and I would love to see Mia Tuaniga get a look. I think she's a really unique talent and can raise the level of her group.
100%.
Prokocevic, high flat swing, dug by Lund. And as you mentioned, Kayla Lund is like having another libero out on the floor.
58, but has taken some difficult swings.
Tuaniga misses that one, so we're tied coming out of the first technical timeout. And Jovana Prokocevic will go back to serve. Struggled in the win over Dallas, was taken out of the match and replaced by Morgan Lewis, who came in and played very well. Sort of platoon that spot at the opposite. Block deflection, nicely done by Cressy. Kara Cressy, remember, missed a month with a foot injury, so she's still working her way back in and looks very, very active in the middle.
Look at this pass from Kayla Lund, right in Mia Tuaniga's hands, and then the gap set right between that middle and right side blocker for San Diego.
Loberg down the line.
Grace Loberg can play high at 6'3". She's long. Really nice work through the seam of the Indy block.
Just under 3 kills per set, and also just over 3 digs per set for Loberg. You don't see that off of Elena Scott very often. Good work by Loberg.
Loberg put plenty of pace and got deep away between the seam of Lecator member Mena and Elena Scott.
San Diego averaging just under 1 ace per set, 4th best in the league. Good service pressure and good response by Scott. Scott stepping in, being sure to stay behind that 3-meter line. As the libero, you cannot set the ball overhand from inside the 3-meter line.
That's one of the talents of Elena Scott, using her hands in transition. She can push the pace, push it to the pins, locate her hitters extremely well in transition.
There's Anna DeBeer, two-time All-American, if not 3 times out of Louisville, unavailable on the night. And the ball just missed out of bounds by Jacobs.
Allison Jacobs trying to go high and deep down that line, just turns it a little bit wide, but that pass pulled off the net because of the tough serve from Kara Cressy.
Well, this is an added weapon with Cressy back in the lineup. That's a tough serve. A tweener in between a couple of defenders for Indy, and Jacobs will take the kill.
Kara Cressy serving that seam, but how about the scoop bump set from Monserrat, and then I go, you go, and it drops.
We could turn back the clock and call it a hubby wife.
Well, we could.
No communication. There is Grote. Brakocevic, that was a fantastic dig that time. It just happened so bang, bang, Monserrat couldn't turn in time. That was perfect connection between Tuaniga and Lund. When they can play that fast and have some room for Lund to swing, very, very tough. Brakocevic almost made a spectacular dig.
Tuaniga likes to go fast. Sometimes it's a little low and hard for Lund to work over. And keep it high.
That throw combination, that ball should not go down.
Well placed by Teeler. Yeah, the rhythm was off on that attack, but the location from Teeler, very smart, right into the middle of the court.
Both here going wide. Number 20 and wide again, just signed out of the Italian League on the 26th. It was 16-15 at the second technical timeout in the opening set. Brakocevic. Dug again, this time by member Mene. Very nice set, and Jacobs will make do. Giovanna Brakocevic with a fantastic set.
Bump set all the way across the court, and then Allison Jacobs not afraid to take that big swing, and a lot of those balls have gone deep down that line, avoiding the block.
Jacobs came on to replace Maya Tabron. Perfect pass, and that ball is down in spite of the effort from Monserrat.
Anytime you can put the ball in Mia Tuaninga's hands in front of that 3-meter line, something special is going to happen. There she calls her own number, has done that a couple times because the block on the other side of the net is so worried about stopping the hitters.
Excellent pass by Lobo, and Sambothi is the recipient.
Grace Loberg is really the glue for the San Diego Mojo team. Look at this perfect pass to Marlene Monserrat, and then the quick attack, Taylor Sambothi deep to the corner. And anytime they can run that middle, it's usually a one-on-one situation.
Remember, Mene is passing very well, passing her position. That ball missed out of bounds into the antenna.
Liquidor member Mene has the big block of Brakocevic of San Diego on that right side in front of her.
With that in mind, Holly, does Tuaniga play slower and higher, or how do you attack that matchup?
I mean, there's different ways. You can run the set a little bit inside, make Brakocevic scoot inside so you have more line to attack. I mean, there's different things you can do. I still think fast works, but it has to be high enough to work off the block.
Yeah, fast doesn't mean low. You can play fast and high at the same time. Tied at 15. We'll have our second technical timeout of the second set after this point. Oh, that ball just missed out of bounds. That's a break for San Diego, but that's a little bit more of the very aggressive setting of Tuaniga. And her head coach, Lauren Bertolacci, and I think she are an absolute match made in volleyball heaven in terms of the style that they want to play. They both want to play very fast. Kill percentage as high as you can maximize it. Good block touch by Grote. Dug by Loberg, attacked by Loberg, not yet. Loberg again. And misplayed and out of bounds by Lane. A smart shot that time, throw down by Grace Loberg.
Head coach for San Diego, Alicia Childress, said, look, Grace Loberg's taking a lot of smart swings. You've seen a lot more jams, and it's working for her.
6 of 21 now. That is a lot of swings. No errors now, mind you. Like to have that kill percentage a little bit higher. Sanbofi. What a good block. Loberg with Grote. He is there once again. 18-15 is the advantage. Big blocking lineup. 6-3, 6-4, 6-5 for San Diego. Scott handles the service pressure. Oh, fortuitous bounce. They're saying that Ajani Teeler was below the height of the net. She's a back row attacker. Close call.
She was on the ground, but her reach alone might be above the net. Oh, she's running off the ground.
Interesting. Oh! Over the roof. Take another look at it, Holly.
I love replays because sometimes you miss things the first time around. Fantastic block by San Diego Mojo, and then yes, tight.
Very tight, very tight. Boy, Elena Scott is past. I know her team's not leading right now, but Elena Scott, number 9 in the orange Libero jersey, is just lighting it up in terms of reception.
And Kara Cressy so good on the gap. Actually better hitting that gap set or 3 set than that 1 set. Just gives her a little bit more room to swing in and kill that ball.
I think the gap is Kara Cressy's wheelhouse, even better than on the slide.
Agreed.
And Tuaniga loves the gap, so they go hand in hand. Run somehow off of Monserrat and out of bounds. It's different with Monserrat up front instead of Brakocevic.
Brakocevic is a huge defensive factor when she's blocking at the net.
Here's Member Mene showing some good velocity from the service line. But the net slows things down every once in a while, but she's going for it. Loberg back to the line now, working on 6 kills to go along with 7 digs and a couple of blocks. Indy up 1-0. League's best record at 16-4. Oh, nice play by Tuaniga. Jacobs off the hands.
San Diego's able to dig the ball. Char Venegas picked up the easy tip from Teeler, and then Allison Jacobs taking big swings for San Diego. Her kill percentage has been impressive so far.
Shank pass here, and Tuaniga can't get to it.
Grace Loberg putting tons of pace on that serve, and it's getting away from the Indy Ignite.
Timeout is called. 2 timeouts per set, along with the technical timeouts, and now a 22-18. Nice turnaround by San Diego.
Grace Loberg is having a fantastic night. She's been putting up a really nice block, but it's her offense starting things off, and then defense as well. She's a bunch of point opportunities with a tough serve on the back line and some big kills on the left side.
San Diego much better as we've gotten into the red zone. They get there first. Lost to the Indy Ignite 25-20 in the opening set. It was very close all the way through 16, and then Indy blew that one away. San Diego at 10-10. We'll get back to the standings after this second set, show you why this is so vitally important. Both of these teams have played 20 matches with 8 remaining, including tonight. Quick to the outside, Lund, and Kochovic again would like to have that one back. Not the best effort defensively.
But Kochovic was moving forward, and that ball went to the side, and she couldn't get her feet under it.
You need your opposite, like Emily Landau, and also an all-star among many others, to really defend their position as well. Really
important at the highest level. You have to be strong in that right back position.
Here's Cressy. Lydia Martin on the floor now for a block. Oh,
Marley Montserrat continues to call her own number. 60 kills on the season. And this is a perfect pass, and it looks like the blockers are not ready. Hands are late by Lydia Martin, and Marley Montserrat takes advantage.
That takes some pressure off of your attackers when you're in a 2-hitter rotation. Johnny Taylor looking for hands and missed it. 24-19. 5 set points for San Diego. These two teams, they split the first 2 meetings. And that's going to be the set. What a good
match, and continued to push, and it's really paid off for them.
That takes a lot of faith, because 1-6 in a 28-match season, that is a very, very difficult hole. That ball missed just out of bounds by Sanbofi. She's also wearing a Q collar, I just noticed, as a matter of fact.
Yes, San Diego trying to run that middle. They've had success when they do that.
Perfect pass by Jacobs. Dug by Scott. Tough chance for Tuaniga. Sprinting out of the backcourt. A little bit tight for Mia. And an unforced error. Not touched by Taylor and missed by Jacobs. Come to be such a fan and such an appreciative watcher of Mia Tuaniga, but I don't think she's having her best night tonight. A lot of balls have been too tight, too far inside. She'll figure it out. Kept alive by Clothier along with member Mena. Good read by Loberg. Long early rally. Clothier no. Right side to Taylor.
Grace Loberg for San Diego picked up a really nice ball down the line from Taylor. Really impressive, but sorry, from Lecator member Mena, but Taylor down that seam. She plays so high and fast for the Indy Ignite on the right side.
Service winner for the Indy Ignite.
Mia Tuaniga, really fantastic hand contact to drive that sharp in the angle.
The bench down to our left is very much enjoying and supportive of Mia Tuaniga. Nice play by Scott, jumping in front of Lund. That is member Mena's favorite shot, and upsetted herself for missing it just wide.
This Indy Ignite team has a ton of respect for the San Diego Mojo. They know they're not going to go away. It's going to be a long night if the Indy Ignite can't take care of business.
Here is Monterey, an all-star this year, her third year in Major League Volleyball. An All-American at Florida before going to UCLA and playing beach volleyball there. Very, very versatile athlete.
Not sure if the San Diego Mojo are trying to go with Elena Scott, but her passing numbers are usually pretty darn good, and that starts and ignites the Indy offense.
On the season, Elena Scott 65% positive in terms of reception. Positive pass, meaning you can run virtually all of your options. Some of those are perfect, some of those are good, but 2, if not 3 options.
There's the middle attack that Marley Monserrat told us that they wanted to go back to more often because they had success.
With Sanbothi along with Groth, they certainly did so at the beginning of the opening set. If you're just joining us, it was Indy late. They ran away 25-20 in the opening set. Then Kochevich, that ball is down. And then San Diego, the Mojo, found their namesake and took the second set 25-19.
Mia Tuaninga run it a little wider, a little more inside, and that really keeps the block guessing. And when they're late to press, Teeler's able to score.
Here is the newest member of the Ignite, Emma Grothier, 6'2" middle blocker, signed on March 26th out of the Italian League, played for an outstanding club in Macerata. The 2023 AAC Player of the Year at SMU. That was before the Mustangs moved over to the ACC. Kayla Lund again, scoring in trans.
Love it when a middle blocker can come in, serve tough, and then dig a ball. Emma Clothier comes up with the dig, and then Cressy, little bump set to set up Lund for the kill.
1 point away from the opening technical timeout here in the third. Right side, Morgan Lewis has come on, replacing Kochevich. They basically bookend that opposite position.
Coach Childress knew that she would use both, and when Brkocevic gets a little tired, Morgan Lewis comes off the bench and sparks San Diego on the right side.
Played for San Diego a couple of years ago as a rookie, Columbus last year from nearby Carlsbad. Maybe not as nice as where you live, Holly, but pretty much paradise is Carlsbad.
Beautiful.
Morgan Lewis right on cue, the former Oregon Duck.
Morgan Lewis at 6'3" is a physical blocker, big, strong, hands over the net, and is strong defensively on this Lund attack.
Tough serve. Sanbothi, as you pointed out, been good at the line. Out of the back row, Jacobs is able to put the ball down.
We haven't seen a lot of sets go to Jacobs in the back row, but Marley Monserrat trying to get offense running out of the middle of the court, and that big attack is one of those.
The lead was 7-2 until San Diego went on a 3-0 run. Indy in first place at 16-4. They're really doing a good job on their home floor, which a lot of teams in the league this year have not done. They are 9-1 at home. What a set that time by Tuaninga, and draws a net violation out of Lewis.
Mia Tuaninga has such strong hands, and we see her do that.
Here is Teeler coming out of the first technical timeout, again tied at 1 set apiece. There is Groth, dug by Scott. Such strong hands, good set by Tuaninga. Where do you go with this one? The connection not there with Cressy. That was a little bit wild.
Mia Tuaninga claimed that one right away, just got away from her. She was going for it.
Always does.
Good point.
Ooh, a serve that is right on the line. Expertly done by number 11, Lewis. top of the tape. Interesting, the communication. Mia Tuaniga has got a special relationship with all of her hitters, who was looking right over to Johnny Teeler. Maybe this one's coming to you. Teeler, a very talented, busy young woman, talented in many areas. An assistant coach at Vanderbilt for the Commodores. Here is Lund. Oh, what a block by Cressy. Sealing the cross court.
Kara Cressy at 6'6", so fantastic, moving laterally across the net. Mia Tuaniga, the right side blocker, sets it up, and then Cressy, fantastic handwork over the net for Indy.
And you got to hit the ball very high and flat to get it past Cressy. Good play by Taylor, and Maren Grote, Johnny on the spot.
Maren Grote, quick handwork and identification that that ball's coming over and cleans things up.
You're just joining us. No Anna DeBeer tonight. Small, my words, minor back injury. Expect to see her back in the lineup very, very soon. Lydia Martin is available only as a part-time player, the all-star, having a fantastic season. #1 in the league in hitting efficiency, #1 in the league in kill percentage. But she's feeling better. We talked to her before the match. Look member Mene went down. Crowd goes absolutely silent. Remember Mene has missed the back half of each, not the back half, but at least the back third of each of the last 2 seasons, both years with an ankle injury. Monty Bush will come on.
It was just a collision.
Yes.
But still, those are never good.
Ran into Mia Tuaniga there, and she will be checked on. Anna DeBeer and Lydia Martin looking at the video replay. Good play by Bush, coming in off the bench. Played at Oklahoma and Washington. From British Columbia. Was all Big Ten at the University of Washington.
Imani Bush has got the physicality to make a huge difference on that left side pin. She can score, and defensively a big block as well.
But keep an eye on member Mena. Remember, I just mentioned it, but a quick reminder that Anna DeBeer not available tonight. Nice dig by Lund. What a read. Couple of quality swings by Bush, coming in stone cold. And good read. Not down yet. Bothier was there. Bush again, and the bench for the Indy Ignite go out of their minds.
San Diego doesn't go away. They are relentless with their defense, their cover plays. But Imani Bush off the bench, really impressive.
Just looking down the bench, and the training staff is checking out member Mene's left ankle. If we get any update about her possibility of returning, of course we'll pass that along. Tied at 1 set apiece, 12-8 is the advantage for Kara Cressy and Indy.
Alicia Childress talking to the head referee about a possible centerline violation, trying to read lips from here.
Lena Gustafson is the first referee. Bill Stanley is the second. Something we talked about, Holly, and I'm going to push for this. I want this league to be the first to double the width of the center line and also make it a violation if any part of your foot crosses the center line for player protection.
I like it.
Lund with a stab. That's a tough chance for Bush. Smart play to reset. Taylor off the block and out of bounds. Time.
Morgan Hens asked for a trade. They have not been playing their best volleyball.
So a change has been made at the coaching position. We'll see how that impacts Omaha and their push for the playoffs. We're talking about San Diego. They're at 500. Omaha's at 500, so they're clearly in the mix, along with other teams as well. Atlanta needs a couple of wins.
And I think Omaha felt like, look, we have 8 more matches. We have to play our best volleyball, and that was the move they wanted.
Interesting. Good play by Bush. Put in a very, very difficult spot. Dug by Taylor. Try to restart the point. It was a good idea. Just came back too fast.
Love the idea, but Taylor Sanbothi, the middle blocker for San Diego, recognizes the shot is coming half speed. And watch her left hand throw this ball back down. I love that eye work by Sanbothi of San Diego.
We've talked about it, but a reminder, San Diego started this season at 1-6. What a job these players. Allison Jacobs.
San Diego is relentless. The blocking right here. Taylor coming out of the back row. Jacobs sets it up on that left side, steps way inside. Fantastic with her hands quick over the net.
Marin Grote, San Diego getting much the better of it right now in the blocking phase. We'll give you those numbers. Jacobs again missed that one. Indy is only credited with 2 blocks for San Diego. 11 scoring blocks. Huge number.
Clothier out of the middle, and look at Morgan Lewis defend her position on that right side. One of the big reasons she's in there for San Diego Mojo.
14-11 is the advantage. We're working our way towards. Good as Morgan Lewis there. Imani Bush good on the Indy side, and Morgan Lewis, number 11 on the side for San Diego.
Morgan Lewis has always had a big arm, and when Alicia Childress calls her off the bench, she comes out and does a fantastic job for San Diego.
That's off the edge and out of bounds. Good connection again between Tuaniga and Taylor.
Taylor working and off the head of Jacobs, gets on top of it. Have to be so disciplined with their hands pressing on the block.
15-12 is the advantage. Technical timeout at 16. Good pass by Jacobs. And the connection not there. 1 foot. We don't have any update about her continuing on. Oh, good off speed. Disguised that very well.
When defending Morgan Lewis, you have to be back because she's got the heavy arm, and that's what sets up success on the tip. Elena Scott steps back to dig that line, and that takes her away from the tip.
Remember, Mena, I double-checked, is not on the bench. Good pass by Bush. Loberg, what a dig by Scott. Right side, block. That's off the head of Ajani Taylor. 12th scoring block now for San Diego.
When we talked to Alicia Childress yesterday, she told us about the in-match adjustments that San Diego has been making all season long, and you see it in the defense. They're in positions to pick up tips, and they're blocking really well.
Pretty good touch that time by Scott. That was a really good serve. Lund right side again to Taylor. And can't be saved. San Diego running out of real estate, making it 17-14. Cameron Hanna could play outside in a pinch. She had been filling in at the opposite and very capably. When Ajani Taylor was out for a while, Loberg is blocked.
Indy also have Taylor Landfair, who's been very good offensively coming.
Really good. Thank you for that, Holly. Thank you. And Taylor Landfair has been playing well. good first contact by Clothier, and that sets up the pipe.
We haven't seen a lot of pipe sets from the Indy Ignite, and
tough serve. Look at Venegas handling that pretty well. And Grace Loberg down the line.
Shara Venegas, fantastic in serve receive, slides into the seam. Indy Ignite really trying to put the pace in between the two passers, but Venegas slides right in there and delivers the pass.
Good deep serve. Chance coming for San Diego, trailing by 4. Nicely done by Cressy. Tuaniga is there with a stab, but over the sideline.
Well placed by Loberg, right over the block, away from Tuaniga, so she can't pick it up. If she does pick it up, still another player has to step in and run the offense.
That was a good shot. It would have gotten San Diego ahead in the point, irrespective. It's funny. Tuaniga said, Kara, you're over here. Aren't you over here? That's to leave the match with an ankle injury. Morgan Lewis coming in and having an impact.
All the blockers for San Diego making an impact, closing. They know what's coming on the Indy side of the net because that passes off the net. So that service pressure creating those opportunities for San Diego to score.
4-0 run. Good dig by Montserrat, 1-on-1. What a good swing, Morgan Lewis. That was OTT over the top.
I was just about to say that.
I'm so sorry.
Elevating and bringing the heat, but the high contact point on the right side of the net by the former Oregon Duck for San Diego Mojo.
Oh, blocked by Grote.
Indy Ignite trying to move their offense around. That was almost a fake front set and then going behind. But Maren Grote, look at her move her feet and jump into the angle for the stop. Better defense.
6-0 run for San Bofi and San Diego. Back to Taylor. And that's not coming back. Ajani Taylor is Tuaniga's comfort zone.
Indy Ignite definitely more confident in that right side attack, and avoiding the big right side block of San Diego as well.
Taylor was 13 of 21 in their most recent win on Easter Sunday. That was at Omaha. 3 sets to none. Loberg. Cressy again taking away the cross court. Lund looking for hands and didn't get it.
Set a little bit tight in transition. Kayla Lund trying to find hands and wipe it, and San Diego very disciplined getting their hands out of the way.
Lauren Bertolacci said exactly that. Set the ball off the net. Let's make sure we get a quality swing. Block deflection. Chance to extend the lead. Go down.
Alicia Childress told us they wanted Mia Tuaniga running around, making it hard to run that fast offense. And San
That was kind of a half gap.
It was.
Not a half cap like Kevin.
Well, but it's that gap between the two blockers. Whatever the distance is, Cressy's driving there, and Mia Tuaniga's finding it.
Tough serve. Quick to the left side. Bush with the tip. Good defense. Lewis. Scott stepping in. Bush. That ball out of bounds. Venegas is saying there was a touch, but Maren Groth says no, don't use the challenge. You get 1 per set, down from 2 last year. Tied at 22, tied at a set apiece. What a clutch swing by Loberg.
San Diego continues to get better, and watch Grace Loberg on this ball. At 6'3" or 4", she is long, gets her feet to this ball, works inside the block, 4-4. Impressive.
Cressy out of bounds, and now it's set points for San Diego.
San Diego's putting all sorts of pressure on the Indy Ignite, and this is something the Indy Ignite are not used to seeing.
Timeout called by Indy. What a really good response. 16-12. It was 8-5 at the first technical timeout. 16-12.
Reviewing it.
I do too, and I think the referee can't ask. The referee can ask for a challenge.
I think it was a chance for Indy Ignite head coach Lauren Bertolacci to talk to her team at set point.
Did not hear the announcement for there to be a challenge, but apparently there was. And there was no touch, so the challenge is unsuccessful. Set point number 1. What a good comeback for San Diego. Keyed by that 6-0 run when Sanbothi was at the line. Out of system swing. Here's Bush.
Pass that ball.
Passes at 42%. Good numbers are in the 60s and 70s. Good call, Holly McPeak. Opening free ball. Lewis. And has that rejected.
Lydia Martin, Taylor Landfair get that 4th block for Indy Ignite. That's a good start out of the gates. The physicality of Lydia Martin anchoring the defense for the Indy Ignite back on the court.
Lydia Martin was out since the 14th of March with a foot injury. Missed 4 games, 4 matches, including the All-Star game. Landfair. And that ball is missed out of bounds. Allison Jacobs came on in the second set. Must-win set situation for the Indy Ignite. 2 matches ahead right now in the loss column over second place Dallas. That's into the antenna and out of bounds.
Morgan Lewis trying to go down that line, avoid the big block of Lydia Martin, but gets a piece of the antenna. And right now, Indy Ignite with a good start in this 4th set.
Much like in the third, Holly, it was Indy up 8-5 and also 16-12 before San Diego just came storming back. That is so quick and so good out to Lund.
Taylor Sanbothi has been strong defensively in the middle, but the quick transition back to Kayla Lund caught her by surprise in one-on-one situation.
Jacobs able to register the kill. Lecator member Mena out with an ankle injury. Don't know whether or not she's able to return. Anna DeBeer also unavailable tonight. Nice dig by Venegas, but Loberg can't quite get there.
Taylor's been so good on that right side and crushing it down the line at Venegas, who's an elite defender.
Ajani Taylor now with 19 kills on 36 swings. Back-to-back big matches at Omaha and now again on the road at San Diego. First ball Lydia Martin has served in a while, except in practice. Wonderful to see her back in the lineup. She was, a couple of coaches were saying she's the best middle blocker in the league. Nobody was playing any better, so it was unfortunate to see her go out with an injury. Working on Landfair, exactly as you said, Holly McPeak.
Taylor Sandbothi has been a fantastic server and scorer from the back line. Really good in the front row as well, but when you can create point opportunities from the service line, that really helps your team.
Big matches every night out in Major League Volleyball for the teams in playoff contention. Having a big night, as we talked about, showed you her, featured her as our play of the game. 5 stuff blocks along with a handful of kills. But for San Diego, Holly, they have not only the league leaders coming in tonight, then on Saturday they have Orlando, a team that's now whole. Brittany Abercrombie, I don't have their notes in front of me, but was out for the better part of 6 weeks. Missed 11 matches, last year's MVP. That ball just out of bounds. Indy leading at 6-4, trailing 2 sets to 1. That surprised and handcuffed Lund a little bit, going quick. They always do. Lewis! Oh, what a cover by Montserrat. Venegas stepping in. Logan down the line against Tuaniga.
San Diego Mojo love this matchup. Grace Loberg, who's very long for San Diego on the left side, attacking over the smallest blocker for the Indy Ignite, Mia Tuaninga, and that's over the top.
Cressy on the slide.
Kara Cressy in college was known for her slide attack. She's got a big window, but Mia Tuaninga on this last set sets it quick and low, and Kara Cressy able to get on top down the line.
Loberg was in a pretty good spot there in terms of a blocker. Really good pass. Loberg wants to have that one back. We will step aside. First technical timeout of the 4th set. Indy, must-win situation, injury to Blake Moeller, but they are still atop the standings. Oh, tremendous swing out of the deep.
Morgan Lewis attacking out of the back row, but it's the beautiful feed from Marley Montserrat, putting in her, just leading her enough so that she can go high through that seam.
Green light special for Lewis. Maren Grote didn't know quite what to do with that one. Served up on a platter, if you will.
Another joust with Mia Tuaninga.
And a win.
And a win.
And a win.
Yeah.
Good pass. Loberg right there. Jacobs.
Indy Ignite touch it, but can't control it defensively. San Diego gets the side out.
There's Maren Grote having a big match, particularly in the blocking phase. Her specialty. Came in with 35. She now has 40. Martin, really good block by Sandbothi. Free ball coming.
San Diego is improving as this match goes on, finding their rhythm. Marley Montserrat able to get that ball fast to Allison Jacobs on that left side after the block and cover play by Indy. This is a free ball opportunity.
Ball deep into the cross-court corner, called out of bounds. Cannot challenge in or out. And also you'll notice that there are no lines people. It is all done electronically.
That is as close as it gets.
At Major League Volleyball headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, good set. Block touch, Sambothi. Blocked and off of Indy and out of bounds. Boy, the blocking night continues for San Diego.
The blockers for the San Diego Mojo are on their blocking assignments. Usually Indy Ignite can get some gaps because of the quick offense they run to different parts along the net. But San Diego Mojo know what's coming, and they are there first.
16 scoring blocks, 51 digs for San Diego. Monserrat. Might have been going out of bounds, but it got on Monserrat very fast. Scott pirouetting around the 3-meter line. The block touches as well for San Diego, very impressive. Taylor.
San Diego Mojo just wearing Indy Ignite down, extending rallies, and you could see Taylor just wanted to end that rally with a ball that just popped up right on top of the net.
These fine coaches tonight, Lauren Bertolacci and Alicia Childress, certainly solid candidates for Coach of the Year. Good block by Sambothi again. Ball still alive. Indy. Really good hustle. Lewis. And off of Tuaniga. Lewis again. And missed it out of bounds. Looking for a touch and not there. Huge point for the Ignite.
Indy Ignite covering that ball. Elena Scott, who plays left back defensively, was somehow all the way across the court to keep that alive for the Indy Ignite, and they were able to win a big point.
Keep the ball off the floor, put pressure back on your opponent. Jacobs. Live on. There she has a live on. That ball out of bounds.
Allison Jacobs started her college career at UCLA, transferred to Michigan, battled injury, really had to learn patience and leadership, and she is playing really confident volleyball right now for San Diego Mojo.
Tucking inside. Such a good set. And so smart because Lund was basically out of the play.
I like that wider set to Taylor where she's not inside hitting into the meat of the block. Gives her more room to attack the edges of the block.
Making me hungry, Holly. Need another bone-in ribeye. The meat of the block. Hosting Orlando coming up on Sunday. Make it Saturday, excuse me. Here's Martin. Good serve, but well handled by Jacobs. Oh, what a rip off the left side. That Kayla Lund blocked by the referee stand. Big arm by Lund, 23 in white.
Tip picked up one arm, Mia Tuaniga on her knees, Kayla Lund way off the net, but still takes a big rip. And that's something Lauren Bertolacci wants her team to do. Big kill percentage.
13-11 now the lead for Indy. Make it 13-12 after the kill from Sambothi. We saw Morgan Lewis hit the ball out of the back row. When everything's lined up just right, very. If I'm Lewis, I tell Monson, just give me a little more room, just a little. Good pass by Lund. Out of the back row, Landfair. Good block deflection by Grote.
Grace Loberg does all the little things, and when her team needs a big swing, she's able to score.
Tied at 13 of the second technical timeout when a team reaches 16. Oh, wonderful play by Grove.
Blocking, defense, transition kills. Maren Grote doing so much work on the San Diego side of the net. Transition, so difficult to get your feet around that ball, make yourself available, especially in a long rally.
8 kills, still credited with 5 blocks, but a lot of deflections. Those are 5 scoring blocks. There's the gap again to Cressy.
Indy Ignite continue to score on that gap set. That's the only time they're beating that block, because Maren Grote is everywhere.
Low ball, really good swing. "13 kills on 39 swings for Loberg to go along with 15 digs. That ball just out of bounds.
San Diego Mojo trying to find Taylor Landfair in that serve receive and missing long.
Good pressure, good targeting. We'll have second technical timeout after this point. Landfair with a slam dink.
Kayla Lund, aggressive serve, sets up.
I remember what she said. Marley Monserrat and Maren Grote in early, stay late, getting in all kinds of extra reps. The real leaders on this team. Well, I like the D out of Lewis. Looks very, very comfortable. Just missed that time by Landfair. We thought there was a touch, and we're going to have a challenge.
Marley Monserrat and Maren Grote looking at each other.
Lewis. Perfect dig by Taylor. Oh, nice read by Cressy.
Taylor Landfair attacks the block, pops up right into the wheelhouse of Kara Cressy, who's been really aggressive with any ball hovering above the net.
"4-0 run for Kayla Lund and the Indy Ignite. Working on Loberg. Now Loberg working on Indy.
Grace Loberg, talk about her defense, her blocking, her fantastic serving from the back line. This ball set right from the 3-meter line and working off that right hand of Mia Tuaninga.
Very nice delivery by Monserrat. Landfair into the cross court. If you get a ball down against Shara Venegas, you hit a very, very good shot.
Taylor Landfair does some things that a lot of people can't do. She's very high above the net. When she's aggressive, her offensive window is big.
Began her career at Minnesota, where she was the Big Ten Player of the Year in 2022. Finished her career with Nebraska. Lewis. That's Morgan Lewis. That's her swing.
Perfect set by Marley Monserrat. She knows exactly what Morgan Lewis needs. A little bit of a lead, and Morgan Lewis carves it down that line, getting the edge.
Grote. Smart play by Tuaniga. Even out of the play, was able to get to restart the to the floor by Monserrat.
Alicia Childress told us yesterday, look, Marley Monserrat has a really nice feel feel for when to attack the ball, and that's a fantastic two-shoot over when the gap is open.
In the most recent win over Dallas, 3-2 here in this building, she had 6 kills on 9 attempts. Tough serve, well handled. Lydia Martin, 22 and white, off of Sanbofi.
San Diego had 2 blockers up on the gap that time against Lydia Martin, and Martin goes high, hard off the edge.
Once again, a must-win set for the visitors from Indianapolis, from the Indy Ignite, 16 and 14 on the year, 9 and 1 at home, 7 and 3 on the road. Here's Tuaniga. Jacobs. Squeaking it through the block.
Indy Ignite getting points off their defense. Scott digs it.
Fishers, Indiana, one of the best facilities in the league, in our opinion. Right down the street is an IKEA, so they can go stock up right there.
Yeah, if you'll come over and build their IKEAs.
Ace serve! Not going to do that, Holly.
Good. Indy Ignite up 22-18 off the bomb of the serve from Mia Tuaniga.
Shannon Scully, very, very good receiver. Remember early in the year when San Diego was really struggling, they put Scully in the lineup. She really helped to solidify and smooth out their serve reception. Tuaniga again. Boy, that's tough for Scully. Been on the sidelines. Been a long time since warm-ups were over. Smart choice by Monserrat going to Loberg.
Loberg out of the back row, middle of the court, something Marlie Monserrat wanted to do more in this match, attack the middle of the court. She's getting her hitters the ball.
First 2 seasons in Atlanta before coming over to San Diego is Marlie Monserrat. Taylor Landfair, you cannot serve an easy ball to Elena Scott in that situation.
And that's the large offensive window I talked about for Taylor Landfair. Elena Scott puts it into Tuaniga's hands, a little higher out to the pin, and a big angle opens up because the block is late.
Indy 2 points away from forcing the tiebreaker. Now 1 point away. Lydia Martin with the stuff.
Lydia Martin is dialed in defensively. You see her talking to her side blockers, knowing the assignment.
Set point number 1. Lewis. Lydia Martin, and what a delivery by Tuaniga. We have missed seeing that over the last week and a half or so.
And Taylor Landfair came up with that crucial dig for the Indy Ignite to set.
At 14 and 6, San Diego has clawed their way back to 500 after a very slow start. Landfair stays on, as does Martin. Loberg. Taylor gets Indy on the board first.
The wide set to a Johnny Taylor, much more effective tonight. She can work the edges of the block, but that time works back inside the middle blocker. And head coach for San Diego, Alicia Childress, talking to her middle blocker about how she wants her to block that ball.
21 kills now for Taylor on 44 swings. Good pass by Jacobs and Lydia Martin.
Lydia Martin takes up a lot of space. She's up way above the net and hands over quickly. One-on-one, she's on an island by herself, but the read is too good by Lydia Martin at the Indy Ignite.
32 blocks so far on the season, and that puts her among the league leaders, and she missed 3.5 matches. A lot of good block touches right now for Indy. Very few scoring blocks, but a lot of very good slowdowns.
The block touches that Lydia Martin is getting, and then the transition kill. Anytime your setter can run the middle in transition, that's a good thing because middle hitters attack for high numbers.
6 blocks for Martin, and the Indy Ignite 16 for San Diego. Quick 3-0 advantage. 15-point tiebreaker. Good serve. Loberg missed that. Tried to go too sharp a couple of times.
Mia Tuninga usually serves a top spin serve, but that had no spin on it. Kind of a hybrid
Neighborhood.
you were. It's past your bedtime.
No, it's not, but it's getting close. Lewis blocked by Martin and Landfair.
Taylor Landfair is a huge blocker on the left side, and then you've got Lydia Martin coming in and closing the seam. This is a gigantic Indy Ignite block.
And a humongous lead, particularly in a decisive 5th set to 15. San Bothi make it 6-0.
Lydia Martin's presence defensively, just fronting the middle attacker, is putting the pressure on San Diego.
Out with a foot injury, caused her to miss the All-Star game. Now back to part-time duty, but improving day by day. Smart serve. Break here for San Diego. They're going to get a free ball back. Must score here. Lewis. And they do.
It's really fun to watch Morgan Lewis go to work offensively, and when she's got a seam, she goes high and hard. The big heavy arm for San Diego, and Marley Monterey has all the confidence in the world in Morgan Lewis.
Just give Morgan Lewis room to swing. Landfair. Good throw down by number 12 in white.
Taylor Landfair got really skilled at that jam, that throw down her last year in college.
Maya Tabron coming back on, started the match, struggled a bit. Interested to learn that she will play for the Swedish national team this summer. Mother is Swedish. She has dual citizenship. Nice set by Elena Scott. What a dig by Venegas. Lewis. San Diego wanted a double that time on Taylor. Scott keeps the ball alive. To Lewis. Hard fought point. Tabron with a big dig. Loberg finally second.
The scrappy defense of the San Diego Mojo, keeping them in the rally every time. Loberg's had the answer to end a bunch of rallies for the San Diego Mojo.
Well, you pointed it out, San Diego, the #1 digging team in terms of volume, 17.6 digs per set. Ella Graham coming on now, along with Jovana Rakocevic in the double sub. Emma Halter on as well. Wanted to see her earlier. Lund off the block and out of bounds.
That's the same matchup San Diego had early.
18 kills on 43 swings, 21 digs. Elena Scott has 19. And
Indy,
passing perfect all night.
Indy trying to clinch the first
That's right.
championship semifinal berth by winning today.
Yep, clinch a playoff spot, 1 of 4. Halter with a dig. Lund is blocked. That was a tough chance for Taylor on the cover.
San Diego, Brakocevic, Maren Grote have been really strong defensively at the net, putting all sorts of pressure on the left side attacker for Indy Ignite. Watch Mia Tuaninga go to the other side, either run her middle, her gap ball, or right side to Teeler.
Yeah, if the pass is there, this is going to Cressy on the gap. Not good enough to Teeler, and that's off the high hands of Maren Grote and out of bounds. Teeler now with 22 kills, Holly. Nice dig by Halter. Dug that right on target. Throw into the block and saved. Chicken wing by Tuaniga. Looking for hands and missed it. Very, very thoughtful, intellectual player, but smart decision, just missed it. The lead is 5. Fifth set tiebreaker in San Diego. The Mojo have won 3 in a row. As a franchise, they've never won 4 in a row. Nice dig by Grote. Scott stepping in. What did they call, Holly? They call a net violation?
I believe it was a net violation. Ball dug too tight into the net. Carly Graham chasing to set that ball and just got a piece of the net.
Landfair back on. Halter did her job.
Emma Halters came up with some big digs for Indy Ignite.
Should have been in the match earlier.
Right when you called it.
Very easy serve. And tapped inside by Sambothy.
Carly Graham comes in with the double sub and goes right to Sambothy, running that middle. Double sub about to unwind. Marley Monserrat and Morgan Lewis coming back into the match for the San Diego Mojo.
Indy, #1 team in the league. Had their 8-match winning streak snapped. Dallas was riding an 8-match winning streak. Those are the 2 top teams in the league. Landfair. With a big swing off the left.
Tabron off the bench. He was really good against Dallas on Easter. Steps in off the bench, and look at the big arm swing through the seam for San Diego Mojo.
The lead is still 4.
Mia Tuaninga is so good at throwing that ball down, and because she runs that fast offense, the defense on the block side of the net is just worried about all her hitters.
Indy looking for their 17th win, but most importantly on the night, clinch the first of 4 playoff spots. Tabron. And again by Tuaniga. And we spoke with Coach Bertolacci about Tuaniga and the Indy Ignite 3 points away. Now time, if San Diego falls, they got a couple of days to regroup before they play Orlando. They are right in the playoff mix after a very slow start. Missed by Cressy. That takes some pressure off. The lead is 4. It's doable.
Anything's doable in volleyball.
The lead is 5, excuse me.
Gigantic front row for San Diego Mojo. Loberg, Sambothy, and Morgan Lewis.
Tough serve, well handled by Scott. Scott stepping in again. Lydia Martin, she is a special player out of the middle.
Lydia Martin has a big offensive window as well, so when she drives in transition, she can hit around the block and go over the top.
Last year, she was second in the league to Corey Lewis of Atlanta, hitting .357 this year, up to .372. Good block touch. Landfair looking for hands and missed it.
I like Taylor Landfair swinging instead of tipping. She's so much more effective when she's taking a big rip at the ball.
I completely agree with that. Sometimes you have to tip if the set's not there, but if it's in her window, go ahead and take full advantage. Take a rip at it. Oh, the creativity of playing with Mia Tuaniga and Lydia Martin making herself available.
The thing is, if you play with Mia Tuaniga and you're a middle attacker, actually if you're any attacker, be ready at all times. That was almost an impossible angle, but Tuaniga finds Martin.
Like playing with Magic Johnson, if you're not ready, you're going to hit in the face. Aaron Grote, and all credit here to Indy, just 1 point away. No Anna DeBeer, no Blake Moeller, Lydia Martin part-time, and then they lose, like to remember Mena in the second set. Goes to the Indy Ignite. They improved to 17-4, and now that they have clinched a playoff spot, I just laid out all those injuries that they have to deal with, other than Blake Moeller. None of them particularly that serious, easy for me to say. But now that they're in, they can help to manage those and take some time.
Time for Indy to recover with those injuries.